Welcome to the Free Cheese, episode 213. I'm your Joe Dix, joined tonight by Marc Augustiniak.
How goes it?
Matt Sellner.
Hello.
Free Cheese is a weekly video game podcast about video games brought to you once a week by thefreecheese.com. I didn't think it could get much worse than what we described was the motel from hell.
Oh.
And then Matt discovered footage
Oh, right.
of the hotel from hell. Motel from hell.
Mm-hmm.
God, what an awful, awful place.
That place sucks.
That place really sucks. The video Matt found. So we earlier in the episode last week, we talked about this great motel up the street from where I live. That just
Sucks.
It's not great. Anytime you go there, it's just drugs and prostitution. It's just, if that's what you want, then that's where you look.
That's every hotel. It's just who hides it better.
No, this
one's
real bad.
really bad. Like,
Well, this one wasn't good at hiding it. It's my point.
they don't want to hide it. They don't
Right,
want
yeah,
you
they
to
don't care. They welcome it.
encourage it. They embrace it.
Yeah.
Matt found a video of just awful. There was the guys who went to the place to film how filthy it was found semen still on those sheets after it had been, tended to by someone who cleans up the room before you get there. What do you call them? Caretaker.
Cockroach?
House taker.
Housemaker.
Housekeeping?
Housekeeping. That's it. Same. It's all the same.
That one.
Caretaker.
Undertaker?
Yeah. Kane. That was bad. Just, why not? There were roaches everywhere.
Classy.
That place is bad. That place is really bad. And now, now that it's come back into the consciousness.
That's all right. I'm not going to be able to talk tonight either, so don't worry about it.
Now I'm hyper aware of that place, and I drive by it more frequently, and just kind of look. I'm now it's become.
Do your eyeballs itch just looking at it?
No, it's just a place that now I'm kind of studying it a bit.
I do a quick little giggle and see what kind of clientele, the cars are in there.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Giggle.
Also, coincidentally, just hours after we recorded last week's episode, in regards to scopes, my mom calls me and says, I was just cleaning my room and found a bunch of scopes from when you were a kid. So I have
Are there pictures of you in these scopes? Or is it just
I did capture one. I put my phone lens up to the scope lens so you can get that full effect. If you'd like to see, I can pull it up.
I mean, were these just random scopes you
No, these are of me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, they were. She was like, "Hey, look at these scopes I found." And then there's the inside of the scope.
That's actually a really good picture. That's a weird.
I like the
Yeah,
reflection.
There's a weird thing going on there with the picture.
I
I
know.
kind of like it.
I know how to take pictures, but that's me on the left. Muscle man on the
I would
beach.
never honestly, once you shave that beard, I would never know who you are.
I'm not gonna shave anyway. But look at my brother. He doesn't look like he looks innocent.
He didn't look that way with the yearbook
innocent.
pictures I saw of him.
I know. Yeah.
I was like a nice young man.
I know. Respectable even. Don't get it. I don't get it.
Scopes.
Yeah. And then, of course, the old vape car. So it's been a week. How's your week been?
Oh, I've been I guess I'm preparing for October already.
I'm listening.
Yeah. One night just had a random little spook fest,
Mm.
but it got a little too real.
Mm.
So I just kind of felt soul crushed by the end of it. I don't know.
Elaborate.
Okay, so last episode when Beautiful Ben was on,
Yes.
he had mentioned
Am I not beautiful?
your
If we did that, it wouldn't be alliterative.
All right.
Beautiful Ben has
you're
alliteration.
marvelous.
There you go. See?
Acceptable. Move on.
Yeah.
He had mentioned this video to me about a game called Petscop. I'm not sure if it was on air or not. I can't remember.
I don't remember.
But I looked it up, and it's like a kind of creepy pasta, but based on a real story.
Yeah.
Turns out this guy made what looks like a PS1 game, and it's him doing a let's play of it, and it's still unfolding like all these weird dark secrets within this game that you can't find anywhere. I'll probably never play, but it comes out very convincing as a PlayStation 1 game. So, and then like a game theory channel or whatever did like broke it down on like what all the little details tie to about this real story. It was pretty much like a tragic about like this like foster kid got adopted. She was very violent, and they tried affection therapy. I don't know if you're not familiar with that. They basically wrap you in a blanket and like hold you down, and you have like this mental breakdown until you like pass it like a fever essentially, and then you just kind of like get used to your new living
What the fuck?
arrangement. Yeah, it's weird. But
Yeah.
this one went even worse, and they like suffocated her, and she like died. You know,
Usually that follows suffocation.
vomiting, defecating in it. They just didn't care. They were just like, I don't know if it was tough love treatment or just talking shit just to be assholes. But they were just like, oh, you're gonna be a quitter, blah blah blah. She was supposed to break out of it as if the blanket around her was supposed to represent a womb, and she was being, I guess, born again. It was really fucking weird. Anyway, these therapists got sentenced, and they just got released, I think, like earlier this year. And I guess this game that this guy is making is unfolding all this stuff still about all that.
So he's kind of retelling a real gross.
Yeah.
Huh.
But like, I guess the way that he's telling it, it's so creative, but yet it adds another layer of creepiness to it.
Right, because you're not expecting it to go where it goes.
Right. And then okay, so that led me to this other podcast about true crimes
Yeah.
called Sword and Scale.
Okay.
They have a very graphic episode. I won't get too much into it here, but it's just episode 20 if anybody's curious. And it's similar to that Petscop story, but 20 million times worse, I feel like. Yeah. It's just...
Yeah, you mentioned that one to me.
Yeah.
Yep.
I just won't go there.
Yep.
So, and then I think this was... And then I decided to get back into continuing watching the show. I was watching Channel Zero.
Right.
Which is based on creepypastas, but they flesh them out more. A la like American Horror Story. Like each season is a story. And that's all right. It's like 6 episodes. I'm on like 4 or 5 right now. But yeah, I'm liking it. It's slow paced, but whatever. And then I played. I mean, I don't know if we want to go into now playing, or we can let everybody just talk about how their days are. But that led me into my I would talk about now playing, because I finally played a game or two that are kind of
interesting.
Quote spooky.
Yeah, I want to hear about them. But first, Matt, how was the fair?
Oh, it was great. Smash Mouth, not there.
Ah, damn it.
So, not fucking tonight.
Not fucking tonight.
No, deep fried Oreos.
I see.
Yeah, not a semen stain like the Towson Motel. That is a powdered sugar stain from a big bite of deep fried Oreo. Poof.
Yep.
All over the shirt.
Proud of you.
I really want funnel cake now.
Pants. Had some funnel cake.
I want the Oreos.
Had a chicken sandwich.
Oh.
Chicken sandwich.
You had fair chicken?
No. This was like not like the carnival cart like that's in the middle. This is like legitimate. There was like a kitchen and stuff.
It was like chicken on like a rotisserie.
You bought it at the fair?
I bought it at the fair, but it was like
It's
local.
fair chicken.
It was like a local. It was not like
better
the
than
carnival.
Unfair chicken.
Did you buy it at the fair?
I bought it at the fair.
So it was fair chicken.
It was.
Had
Anyway,
nice
anyway, it was ruined anyway because I had mayo on it, so I ate it like ugh.
1, mayo's great. 2,
Fuck mayo. Nope.
You bought it
mayo
at the fair.
sucks. Mayo sucks.
mm,
And it ruined the sandwich.
Good night, everyone.
But
Episode's over.
I had me some decent food. Deep fried Oreo, man.
which rides did you get on?
There's a Ferris wheel. That's it. I don't need to do fair rides. I'm more of an amusement park kind of guy. Roller coasters. You're not going to really see that there.
Do they have a
Fairs
zipper?
yeah, let's say, don't they have a zipper?
They do.
That's fun, man.
That's
Because
fine.
there's always an
Teacups?
element of like it looks like one of the motel patrons is up there running the fucking thing, and he's on whatever he's on, and you don't know if you're gonna ever get off. You know, that's the thrill of the zipper.
See,
What about the claw? Do they have the claw?
yeah, they had it.
You didn't get on it?
No.
Oh, the claw's the best.
I like the UFO.
You just feel like you're being
Because
yeah.
I always lift my hands off of it.
Yeah.
Nope. One of my girlfriend,
Tilt-a-whirl,
she
whatever it's called.
Same difference.
she wanted to see horse racing. Saw a horse racing. Saw a race.
Hmm.
Came back. Got
Who
some
won?
fried Oreos. I think dirty laundry.
Dilly Dally.
Dirty Laundry.
Here
I believe that was the horse's name.
Here comes Fair Chicken around the bend. Neck and neck with Smash Mouth.
And Custard Concrete.
Oh God damn it.
And Peely Pippers.
Heart disease was
Yeah.
second though.
Yeah. Outside of fair time, you had a good week.
Yeah,
How was
I'm reinvested in the Baltimore Orioles, by the way.
Oh yeah. Well,
So
we
I
were
went
all
to Boston.
worried, so I'm glad to. Yeah.
So I thought they weren't going to win. I was kind of giving up on this team. They're not going to make the playoffs. They're
No.
barely winning games at this point. But I'm a fan. I'm just going to stick around, just watch the games, watch all the prospects get called up, just watch us lose, but in enjoyment with a beer in my hand. Boston, go there. We spoke about this last week.
Right. Yeah. We mentioned Matt was gone, visiting Ben Affleck.
Well, didn't see Ben Affleck, sadly, so I
He probably
apologize
saw
to the
you, though.
viewers.
Yeah.
Probably did. Well, he's Batman. He sees everything.
It's true.
I went there to see some Orioles games. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. All 3 days I went to the Orioles game down there. With the way they were playing, I was just gonna go enjoy Fenway Park. Sorry, Fenway Park.
There you go.
And just enjoy the town I was in and just have a good time. And if I saw a win, great. If not, I kind of expected it.
Sure.
Well, the Orioles decided to win all 3 games.
Back to back to back. Away.
Never expected to see that
That's pretty good.
in a million years.
Wow.
So now, because of that, we're gonna win the World Series.
Oh,
I'm all
going
in.
All, okay.
I'm all in.
Yeah, sure.
Good take vacation days for every scheduled playoff game. That's because I know.
The good thing is you're here too, because if they won all 3, I expected some stupid fuck to be a stupid fuck, especially up there. They get all violent and stupid.
They were actually decent. They were fine. There was one guy in a white van that we were
I
at
mean,
a
say no more.
we were trying to cross the street. He was at a red light and he like pointed at us. And he was sitting at the red light for like 20 more seconds, not saying anything. And then as soon as light turns green, he's like, "Orioles suck," and drives away. I'm like, "Well, say it to my face next time, fucking coward."
Was he a cop?
Probably.
Yeah. Makes
Yeah,
sense.
probably undercover.
Makes
Fucking
sense.
asshole.
I get it.
Fuck that guy. But that's the only bad Boston fan I ran across. Everyone
Good.
else was respectable.
We'll send this podcast to the Boston subreddit.
Perfect.
So
Yeah.
hopefully he
Yeah.
finds it.
What was your favorite food from Boston? Do they have a local cuisine?
Sam Adams beer.
Oh yeah. You went to the brewery, right?
I did go to the brewery. So fun fact, the actual the 2 main shipping distilleries, not in Boston.
Oh.
In Ohio and Pennsylvania.
Weird.
What they do in the Boston one is all the experimental shit,
Mm.
and then they test it out on the brewery tour people, and depending on their feedback, they put it in the market.
That makes sense.
They do a Taco Bell, kind of.
So I had
Where's the good Taco Bell? Time out, Matt. Where's the good Taco Bell?
It's in California, but
Yeah.
they bring in people and they have
Time in, Matt.
testers.
yeah, Conan O'Brien visited it. Yeah.
You had me at Taco Bell. You lost me in California.
But yeah, I tried an IPL that they were trying to figure out they want to bring it to market. Damn good.
Yeah.
When I submitted my feedback for the tour, I said
Damn good.
that beer is really, really good. I will buy the hell out of that beer.
And they looked at it and they went, "Who let the underage kid in?"
Keep in mind, I was about 5 beers deep at Fenway Park when I wrote that survey. So
Oh, that's good.
yeah.
Very good.
It was a good time
Did
though.
you have any Oktoberfest?
Not there. Nothing there. Had many Boston lagers though.
It's fine.
It's not October yet.
I had an Oktoberfest last night.
Yeah.
The movies.
We've been over this though.
Yeah.
At the end of August, it was Halloween.
That's true. It's just,
Winter is coming.
It's October Eve.
Exactly.
See, now that the calendar's flipped and we're not in August anymore, my
Fuck summer.
patience.
Fuck summer.
Not fuck summer.
Fuck summer.
I think it's still summer
Fuck
until the
summer.
20th.
Fuck summer.
Or
Fuck
21st.
summer.
'Cause-
Fuck summer. Fuck summer. Come on. That's what you're supposed to do.
Once either the Orioles are eliminated from the playoffs
Fuck summer.
or
Fuck.
they make the playoffs.
Yeah.
That's when I know October's coming, and we all know October's fall, and you go to a playoff game where you can see your own breath.
Honestly, it's just fuck humidity. Honestly.
No. Fuck summer. It's the bugs. It's the heat. It's
But the
the.
humidity makes everything just worse.
I like the heat.
You're right,
though.
but
It's
also
like swamp
yeah.
ass
I like
24/7.
No,
I don't do well in cold. You want to
No.
see me miserable? Stick me outside in the freezing
Look,
cold for an hour.
This is for me just saying hi. Just sweat.
I'm usually more attracted to hotter temperatures, but I don't want my skin to peel.
Look, I wore black jeans to the fair today. Wrong choice, long sleeves. I was fine. You know why? Because it's warm. If it was cold, fucked. I'd be miserable, be mad.
It's a perfect outfit for cold weather. That's the perfect outfit.
It was cold today, though, so I started sweating. But you know why? Well, we all know why I sweated, but I didn't mind.
Because you had fair chicken. Yeah, I understand. The sickness.
I'm good in warm weather. Cold weather, hate it. I hate it, Joe. Hate the cold. Mark, no passive aggressiveness.
Also, I solved the cold problem, right? My fall's obviously number one, and fuck summer. But I figured out the winter problem last year. Because remember, last year I didn't have a car, so I was riding my bike and walking in the winters. Solved that shit. Bought myself some
car?
I did get a car. But the long johns, a.k.a. long underwear. Put them underneath your jeans, boy. You're gold. I'm telling you, you're making a face like...
Until you go into a building and they have the heat super
exactly.
increased.
Until you're at work for 8 hours.
Moist all inside.
Whatevs. And then you walk home and it's freezing cold and that moistness freezes.
It's like a pig's butthole.
It's good. It's real good. That's the ticket. The long underwear.
Fuck winter. Fuck winter. Fuck winter.
No.
See, but we're good with fall. Fall's fine.
Yeah, fall's fine.
Right, but fall started like 6 weeks ago.
Winter
No, it
sucks
didn't.
Winter
absolutely
sucks with
did.
traffic.
Yeah, fuck school.
Snowy, icy roads. No, thank you.
And fuck school.
My commute's 4 minutes, so I don't
Well,
care either way.
Regardless of work, it still sucks.
Yeah, fuck
Oh,
school.
well, who drives anywhere besides work? Well, you guys have to come here, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, home
Yeah.
I mean, hey,
Yeah. Fuck you. Fuck you.
yeah.
Get my goddamn pitchfork out now.
Well, fuck summer.
Is that how you eat the fair chicken? I always call it road chicken.
Road chicken. I've had a lot of different chickens in my life. I did get
It was a fine chicken. The chicken was fine. It was the unique New York. Unique New York.
There you go. I had some
Mayonnaise.
I had some fun with food this week.
Oh yeah.
How many times do you have General Tso's chicken?
4.
4.
1.
Oh.
I've had a couple nights actually.
Oh,
It was a
nice.
frozen shit. I would microwave it, but put honey on it. Surprisingly good.
Yeah, officer, this is the guy.
Whatever. All right. Don't whatever.
Fuck
Don't
honey.
experiment.
Fuck honey.
Fuck
Fuck
honey.
Fuck
I'm done.
honey.
Bye. I'll call FBI. I'll call the army. I'll call everyone that's above cops.
Oh God, no!
Dialing the White House. Fuck you.
I told you I perfected my General Tso's recipe, right? You got the perfect amount of breading. I'm frying it in the pan now. It's fantastic. You get that sauce on a light simmer, and then you dump the chicken in. It's top notch. But earlier in the week, had tacos. I bought the meat. I went to the store. Usually ground beef's like $4 a pound or $5 a pound. They had a sale, $2.48 per pound. And I went, okay, that's fine. Save a couple of dollars. I just need a pound. Making tacos for Katie and I, nothing more. Couldn't find a package that was less than like a pound and 1.65 pounds. They were going heavy on this. They're discounting it and overpacking their things, which is not typical. They were trying to move some meats. And I said, all right, fair. We'll just have double the tacos. Be no big deal.
Fair tacos.
Basically. He probably had better luck with that fair chicken than I did with these. Drop the meat in, start cooking it. Once the smell of the burning meat starts getting going, it smells like chemicals. And I was like, well, that'll burn off. I kept going, and I put the taco seasoning on, and it smells like if you took like taco seasoning and you put it on like chemicals. So I was like, well, all right.
Smell like rotten meat.
Yeah, so then I ate it, a lot of it, and Katie did too. And the whole time I was like, it tastes like chemicals and not good, but I gotta eat, so whatever. And then that was kind of it, like nothing really, whatever. And then had to take her to the airport the next morning, and we're like halfway there, down 95, and she's like, boy, I sure did throw up a lot last night. And I was like, oh, maybe that's why I feel like shit. She's like, yeah, I think I had a lot of chips. And I was like, I don't think it was the chips. I think it was the meat that smelled. She's like, why would you cook it if it smelled bad? Thought it would go away.
Do-do-do-do.
Yeah, gotta keep your meat cold, kids. I did not keep the meat. Or they didn't. I did everything fine. I just bought meat at the store. But now I know, don't go back to that grocery store next to the motel. Buy your meats. It's not really next to the motel.
Might as well have shipped from there.
Huh?
Like the meat might as well have came from there.
It may have. Who knows? Who's to say? But in conclusion, fuck summer. It's time for a segment we know and love as Now Playing, where we talk about what we've been playing this week. Mark, you started us a little bit, and then I cut you off. So what you been playing this week?
So I decided to try out that Sara is Missing game. Not what I was expecting. I thought it was just going to be a bunch of cheap jump scares, whatever gimmicks to try to come off as just, spooky. Not really quite that. It was, I don't know how to describe it. I feel like there's a lot of potential for this kind of platform to do this kind of game. Had they had like a higher budget or something, you could tell this was like, it's free.
So what is Sara's Missing? If
you can get it on your computer for free as well, but it's designed as a phone game because the idea is that you're going through Sara's phone to figure out what happened to her.
Mm-hmm.
And the last thing you have on there is a video of her like pretty much trying to run for her life from someone or something. And the operating system on it, Iris, is trying to help you find out some clues about where she might be. So you have to go through her text messages, her emails, go through her photo gallery, look at the pictures. There might be one that's a little suspicious looking. And who knows?
Mm-hmm.
And that was a very short game. Probably like half hour at most. At least it felt like that.
Yeah. And you solved the case? Did you find her?
Yeah, I did.
Was she at the bottom of the well in a white dress, crawling to the top, making people turn inside out inside of closets?
I kind of wish it did go that direction. But it was just, the game was trying to be like, oh, you have to, because she was with her friend. The whole story is that like she got invited to this witch party. She didn't want to go to it. And the way to get there is weird because you're not supposed to bring your phones. That's why I have her phone. And it ended up becoming like one of those, choose who you want to save type of game. So it tries to fall on the, hey, making choices in life matters. And it just wasn't conveyed very well.
Yeah.
But for what it is, for a free short little game, it wasn't bad. Wasn't really that. It wasn't the ears I thought it was going to be. There was like a video that you could like share, like if you watch it. It's like urban legend that you would go insane if you watch it.
Yeah.
Like, if you didn't know anything about the internet, fine. But I noticed a couple clips from other videos they compiled in here. They just it wasn't. They were just using a lot of resources that weren't theirs besides like the photos and the messages.
I like the potential for something like that though. Like there's got to be something else you can do with that platform where you make it look like the operating system or feel like it
And like every time you were talking to somebody, it gave you like dialogue choices. Like even if you're trying to type in something, you would end up typing one of those predicted answers.
Oh, okay.
So that's cool. It's a little creative, but
I like that. There's that Mr. Robot game, actually coincidentally by Night School Studios, who did Oxenfree. Their other game is a Mr. Robot game based on a TV show where you find the cell phone of one of the hackers in the show, and then have to try and. I don't know. I didn't go.
Is it like a tie into the show that gives you a little more lore and detail?
I think so, because you find one of the main characters.
Just like coincides with it.
Yeah, you find one of the main characters' phones. I don't know if it goes between season 1 and 2 or where it kind of falls, but
I like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's okay. I mean, if you want to kill half hour or less, it's free. Whatever.
Yeah, I started playing that and it did that cheap jump scare very early on. I said,
that's
fuck
the
this
only.
game.
That is the only jump scare.
Yeah, I said, fuck this game. But
that jump scare, it's a glitch.
Yeah,
that's all it is.
It was dumb.
And that's the only time. The rest of the game is not like that at all.
But then when I was down the ocean and when I was with Nick, we played it very drunk. I don't even remember the game. We played it very drunk for like 15 minutes. And then we got bored of all the reading because we were drunk.
Yeah, you were probably almost done, to be honest.
Yeah, so and we kind of dropped it at that. But I was kind of starting to get invested a little bit. But it sounds like me being invested a little bit at that point wasn't going to be enough for me for the payoff at the end.
Yeah, it was weird seeing like the contacts and they had pictures next to them, and then the pictures started recycling. So you see the same picture for like multiple people, and it's like, okay, guess they just ran out of people to use.
Weird.
Yeah.
And then
I don't remember any of this.
Sara is her own background photo on her phone.
People do that.
Who?
I
I mean, granted, it was her with like a cat, so maybe it was more so for the cat. Is why
The people that stay at the Towson East Motel.
yeah, that's
yeah, true. So moving on from there, there was a sale going on PS4
Oh,
as usual, but this was for PAX.
okay.
I saw this, a little bit of it.
Just well, why
Is
not?
it over?
I think it's through the weekend.
Yeah, I think you have until like the 5th or the 8th or something.
Oh, sweet. Probably
Um,
the 5th because it's when the store resets.
I decided to get Dead Island
Oh,
Why'd you decide that?
because it was a game to play with my friend, and PC just wasn't cutting it for us right now, and it was only like $8.
okay.
And it's the
Was it both of them? Just the first one?
I mean both games, that one and Riptide, are $7.99 each, and they have all the DLC included and everything.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I was like, why not? We just just played it just to kill some time, whatever, just something to play together because we don't really play many games on PlayStation together. He usually plays a lot of single player stuff.
Uh-huh.
So I figured, yeah, why not? Did a little bit of that. That game is just silly.
Yeah.
Just the stuff you do. It's just I don't know how else. There's
My
not much to say
roommate-
about it. It's
My roommate played a lot of that. It was just because I think he got to the point where like he realized he got like kind of sort of mediocre game, but he just kind of powered
Yeah.
through it because he bought it for $60. So
yeah, I don't like that the frame rate's locked. So it's like a 45 or 30 like frames.
doesn't it do like a little foot kick thing? Isn't
Yeah,
that
you can kick, and I love running up to somebody, jumping, and then kicking them in the face, and then I just stomp them to death or whatever.
Mhm.
It's like, I just like throwing stuff at people in that game.
I remember he was fine with it through the first act. It was the second act when you started running to more human, and the shooting mechanics started kicking in.
Oh yeah.
That's when
Yeah, I don't have
he
any
was-
guns yet.
That was when he was like, ugh. He beat it though. I saw him beat the whole thing.
Yeah, it's not a game to take serious by any means.
Oh,
It's just
no.
like forget the story. It's just something to play with your
I
friends.
mean, the first intro
mess around.
cutscene was
Oh my god.
its own thing.
zombie. Yeah. So I just did it for a little bit, and then today, I bought it yesterday, but I played it today. Darkwood. Ben was talking about this.
This is the okay. This is yep.
Yeah.
So you got it.
I did play it for a little bit.
All right.
It definitely is a survival horror game by all means. So like you do have to be out there and you do have to find resources, you do have to craft, as most of them are.
This is the one without the jump scares, correct?
Right.
Okay.
Yes. And it's still like you still feel on edge the entire time.
That's
Makes
good.
sense.
And yeah, I'm not good at it. I mean, maybe it's just right now, just my mentality with games. I'm still like in that fast-paced mode. I'm not patient enough for this game right now. It's like it tells you to be patient at the very beginning. It's like you gotta respect the woods, be patient, blah blah blah, and like you're gonna be out during the day to get your resources. You have to be in a house at night. You have the generator running, so you have light sources. So and like you have to have this certain gas going around you in the building, so because the creatures don't like that gas. So it's like a repellent, and only your house has it.
Is it a lot that you feel like you have to manage, or is it?
It's sort of. I think it's still introducing me to a lot of things, or like knowing like how to attack is a little weird. Finding items and crafting them. There's a little repair like table. There's a little oven to like make your own little, I guess, sorts of chemicals. I don't know if it's like potions or whatnot. It's very strange. There's an opening to my house that I moved a dresser in front of this hole in my house. Other than that, I have all the other doors shut. Whatever. Everything's barricaded as much as it can because I still need to find wood to fully barricade that wall. But these weird ass dogs like to just fuck that, come in, and they tore me to shreds.
Good.
And
A zombie dog should.
I died, and then when I woke up, my house looked even weirder than before. And I was like, I'm just gonna stop here.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a lot in the beginning that was like I didn't know was like a tutorial because like you play as one character and then like you do all this stuff and then all of a sudden your character is an asshole for attacking this other character and you're playing as that character throughout the rest of the game.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I see what they're doing here. So you really don't know anything about this forest. You're just trying to get out.
Is this like is there a story behind? You kind of started mentioning that there's a story, or is this more like a don't starve where you're just trying to survive as long as possible?
There is a slight story to it. basically, like, in the very beginning, it shows, like, a very weird, like, eerie, like, slideshow of, like, images and story. It's, like, you don't know exactly what happened, but, like, for some reason, you existing in this place, people feel like you're to blame for the reason why they can't leave. And everybody's just gone mad and insane. So I think you're going to uncover it more as it goes. But, your flashlight, that's a big source in this. Like, whatever you're looking at, like, there could be a house I'm exploring. Outside of it, if your light isn't on it, you just see trees.
Nice.
Once your light is on it, there was a dead corpse of, like, a woman in one tree. Then there was 2 other stumps, and one had a dead deer and one had a dead wolf on it. And you can only see that with the light. So, and that goes for enemies too. So if you want to see where your enemy is, you have to look at them. And it's all like top down, and everything is like pixely, like sprites.
Like a Fatal Frame kind of thing.
Kind of, yeah.
Do you feel kind of uneasy?
It makes you.
playing
It makes you
or-
feel uneasy the whole time. Like it kind of makes me feel like I'm not playing the game correctly. Like I'm not controlling it right or something.
Interesting.
And I'm doing keyboard and mouse, so I might try an actual controller and see if that makes any difference. But I think that has something to do with me that is like kind of deterring me away from it for now, because like I get that like those kind of controls in games help the suspense in some way. Like Resident Evil, you have those tank controls. It's like mobility is weird, but in my head, I'm like, in real life, I wouldn't be this fucking slow. I would not be this dumb with my environments.
Yeah.
I would be more like Dying Light or something. I'd be parkouring that shit. I'd be sprinting and I'd be attacking like. But
I forgot you
that's
do a lot
me.
of parkour in real life.
Yeah, you know that French in me, but
Yeah.
no, but I just mean like I would be more like, I guess, abrasive with like my mobility. And if there's a game that can still make me feel like, because I know like horror gets weird, because with like action games and horror games, and you try to combine it, it usually doesn't do well. It's like more action than horror. It's not scary anymore because you feel more powerful because of the weapons you have.
Yeah.
If you can still have that type of action mobility and like fighting and still not feel powerful, that's what I like.
You should play a game called Prey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, like
Yeah.
So I think I'm looking for that balance, and like, but this game is really good though. Like I still need to get acclimated with it. I need to give it more time.
Yeah.
Because I only gave it like maybe an hour or hour and a half.
Yeah, I mean, when I was playing Prey, it felt like it was like hour 6 when things click. Like
Yeah.
they're still clicking, but I started to get it more about how to maneuver the world and how to approach certain situations.
Yeah.
So you just might need more experience playing it.
Yeah, the game was like, we're not holding your hand. We're not telling you where to go. You have to figure it out for yourself and figure out what to do.
It's
and
kind of
all
like
that.
Prey. It doesn't say it quite like that. It's just every loading screen kind of Prey's just like, hey, you can play this game however you want to play it.
Yeah.
Don't go in with a shotgun every situation. And it's like, well, after you see that loading screen for the 200th time,
it will tell you how to like, do the crafting, how to do the basic controls. But after that, it's just like, we're not gonna tell you where you are on the map exactly. You have to discover it for yourself and your map will develop with more landmarks hand drawn on it. But you'll be like a red glowy part, and if you're on that specific like piece of land that sticks out, then they'll tell you that you're in that area, but it won't say exactly where. So you have to kind of memorize that for yourself. So yeah, it's definitely like I said, survival horror at its fullest. It's it definitely deserves some recognition.
Darkwood. It's brand new, right? Like it just came out.
Yeah, it just came out recently. $15.
Not bad. Pretty good. I'm excited that you started the horror stuff early.
Yeah,
It's
it's about that time.
fuck summer.
No. And thank you for playing the horror games for the both of us, Mark. So good. Good.
Don't
I
worry,
mean-
October's coming.
Oh, no.
There's-
Then I
there's-
skipped through the horror stuff. It's fine.
There's plenty more.
No, I am playing Until Dawn this October.
Ooh, that'll be fun.
I think I have a plan for that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
And that's So that's pretty much it though.
Cool.
Nice. Matt, what you been playing over there?
So I mean, more of the usual, more of the baseball and the Rocket Leagues, but we don't need to talk about that. Let's talk about the good stuff. I got back into Mario Golf. That was my playing game.
Playing Jane.
Let me tell you what, that flight to Boston
Killing it?
got no, I'm talking about the flight itself.
Oh.
Literally got off the runway, ascended. You can take your laptops out. It felt like 15 minutes later we were descending again. So
That
quick
happened.
flight.
Yeah.
But on the way back, mostly on the way back, I pulled out 2DS Mario Golf. I kind of reset my expectations of that game a little bit. I don't know. For some reason, I was thinking like it was gonna be full of red shells and green shells and all this stuff. It's
Right.
not. It's a basic. I don't know. I never like watched footage of the game.
Oh,
Everyone just talked about how good it was.
I played the
was like,
one on
it's
64,
golf.
and it was never really like.
It's just a golf game.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not. It's just a Mario skin over
Yeah.
a golf game. It's not like Mario Kart where it's just gonna be like these wacky.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I was expecting all these power ups or whatever, and I think
you
that's
can get some weird stuff, like not to that extreme. That might be interesting though. But yeah,
Yeah, so like when I first got it, I was a little taken aback about like how plain of a golf game it was.
yeah.
But on the flight, I was like, I want to play some on my 2DS, and I don't want it to be Castlevania. Like I need I want something just a little bit more leisurely.
Yeah.
Booted up Mario Golf, and I kind of fell in love with that game again. And
Who you play as?
I'm doing the me like
Mm.
it's not like a story, like the campaign thing where you play through like tournaments or whatever, and you try to impress Princess Peach and Mario and Bowser and all that.
Is she impressed?
So far, so good. Yeah, we're doing real good. No, I mean it's a golf game. If you played any type of golf game before, you know what you're getting yourself into. Like the putting, like just the grid with the moving lines that show you how
What
the
your
hills
incline is.
ascend,
Yeah.
descend, slope, whatever.
They never help me. I feel like they hurt me more than they help me.
Oh, they help.
Which is
All
I
really
know
need
that I'm
is, like,
stupid.
the wind. Just tell me how fast it is and what direction, and I'll know what to do from there.
Yeah, and then
Sounds like
with
an
putting, it's the same
R&B
thing.
song. All I really need is the wind.
But no, I got back into that over the Boston flight and a little bit past that. But then XCOM 3 came out.
XCOM 3.
For
Rabbids
those that
gonna give it to
don't
you.
know about the joke, it's Mario Rabbids. Don't have to know it. Kingdom Battle.
Kingdom Battle.
Going with Kingdom Battle, and I feel that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Game's really good.
I like it.
I really like it.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
And when I started playing it, I was just so used to XCOM having the turn-based strategy, but then outside of turn-based strategy, like the base management and the resource management systems that like it's like a bigger meta game on top of the actual tactical strategy part of it. And I was kind of really used to that, and I kind of faulted Mario and Rabbids at first for not having that. But the more I play this game, the more I realize I just wanted a tactical turn-based strategy game, and damn, it's like I don't know, it hits that sweet spot of not being too hardcore, but it's not like kid simple either.
Yeah. I kept going back and forth between like being really, really happy with the level of challenge and really, really disappointed with how easy it was at times.
So,
But then it's a weird thing where I was like, man, sure are a lot of 50 and 100%. Like the XCOM had all those variables of whether or not you'd hit your shot, and this is like, it's either a guarantee or it's a 50% shot, and I don't know. There's no like risk. It feels. I feel like, but then it helped me.
but it's good because you're not getting that bullshit of it's literally from me to you,
I
no
know.
cover, 95%, and there's that 5% chance.
I
Like
know.
when you don't hit that shot in XCOM, it just
pisses
feels
you
like
off.
the shittiest feeling in the world,
Yeah.
knowing that won't ever happen in this game.
Because it feels so random. This feels like if you're smart enough and clever enough to navigate through the stage, you can successfully like string a series of attacks and movements together to defeat it. Like you never feel like the random numbers are gonna work against you.
And then even when you're playing XCOM, it probably works out to be even, but you never remember
The good
the good moments,
Yeah.
the 5% that worked in your favor. It's always the 95s that worked against you. You always remember those, and you just feel shitty when two like dice rolls, RNG rolls, like go against you in a row, and you essentially lose a whole squad because of it.
Right.
And I like not having that. But that level of challenge, I really haven't left World 1 yet, and I've played this game for quite a few hours now, like to the point where I should be done with World 1. I went back. There was only 3 little chapters in each in the world that I didn't perfect the entire battle.
Yeah.
I went back and got the perfect scores on all those to get my bonus coins and everything. But then I went back, and there's the challenges, and it tells you this after you beat the world to go back and literally just pretty much replay it. I've been going back through and replaying the challenges.
Yeah.
That's where you're gonna get your level of challenge at. Like, I've only played the first 2 chapters. I see where that's gonna be my level of challenge at.
Yeah.
That's where you're gonna get your weird missions too. So literally, 1-1, it spawns like 5 of the gun rabbits, or like the enemy, like just the regular ones. Nothing special.
Oh, yeah, okay.
It spawned like 5 of them, like surrounding us and our
Yeah.
party, and you have to navigate and eventually kill 15,
Altogether.
before
Okay.
you die.
That's kind of cool.
And then the second one was an escort mission. You had to escort Toad to a zone, and we don't. At least I haven't seen that yet in the regular world missions.
It's in,
So you're gonna. Oh, it's in 2.
yeah.
But yeah, like you is 1-2 the challenge. And at the very end, right where the actual like marker is, 5 of those dudes spawn in a line, the ones that charge you with the big melee.
Big fuckers?
Yeah, so like you're already kind of getting that weird level of challenge in the 1-2 of going back through. So like if you're thinking the regular stuff is easy, I would encourage you to go back through and replay the worlds, because I think that's where you get your next level of challenge.
It's definitely ramping up the further you go, and the further you go, the more mechanics you have at your disposal, so you can kind of like think a little more creatively, and they do throw a bit more at you. I think I learned very early to pace myself with that game, because after like day 2 of just grind, any free time I had, I was playing that game. I was like, oh, okay, I don't feel like touching this game. I love it, but I'm like not.
See, I think me and you just play games differently. I think once you have a game, you like are in it,
Yeah.
and then you go.
Yeah.
I always balance a second, third game
Yeah, no, I'm
at all
stupid.
times, and usually the one game is the premier game. Like in this case, Mario Rabbids. But like, even if I love the game as much as I loved, I don't know, like Horizon Zero Dawn.
Did you say Breath of the Wild?
As much as I loved Horizon Zero Dawn, there was those times for like an hour I just wanted to step away and play like, a baseball or a Rocket League or something like that. Like I just never invest. It's very rare that I just go straight for 5 hours. I'm like, damn, this is still like I still want more of this.
Yeah, no, I definitely need that balance is key. But yeah, this one taught me quickly, like
I think I've only done that with Hotline.
just burn through.
And then beat it in that one session. But like other games, I sometimes do balance. Or it's like I don't feel like playing this kind of game right now. I think I just want to do something a little more easygoing, and then.
I mean, very early on, I was me Horizon, and then I also did a Portal 2. I just ran through that game, but it's very rare when that happens. So, like, I think I just do it already, what you're doing, just subconsciously, and I don't really think about it anymore.
Yeah. Makes sense.
But no, I started playing it on the go a little bit more. I haven't really talked about that. I think it's perfect on the go.
Yeah, it's because you can just jump into a mission. And go. I love like the skill tree in this game where you're just like unlocking abilities and getting new.
And you're not penalized for not using a certain character either. Like everyone gets the skill points, which is a bitch in XCOM. I know I keep bringing up the comparisons to XCOM here, but like trying to level up that sniper the first 4 levels is a pain in the ass. They can't hit a fucking side of a barn in that game.
No, yeah.
It's
awful. That's fair. I mean, that was obviously an inspiration later on in their development.
Yeah.
But the first one was actually Mario Kart. Because that was like one of the first inspirations was Mario Kart, just the way that, because it's like a combat game in a sense, with wacky items and stuff, and they wanted to utilize that, and then eventually became a tactical adventure game.
Oh, that's pretty cool,
if you want to call it that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was pretty interesting.
I like that. Yeah, they did a really, really cool thing here. And they have the dumb, subtle humor that is dumb, but also fucking works.
I giggle all the time. Just this stupid shit.
The Goomba bidet. And
outside the castle, like
fucking Luigi dabbing is. I didn't think I'd want to see that, but
even when they introduced Luigi, like the rabbit didn't get, or no, Beepo didn't. He couldn't get his name right. Like, this is stupid stuff like that because he is like the forgotten one.
It always happens. I mean, Paper Mario really brings that out.
Yeah,
and Mario and Luigi as well. They never call him Luigi.
They do some cool stuff in that game. I like it. I want to see what else it has to offer. We did a little bit of co-op for video for the site. Co-op's cool too because it's all different challenges.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I thought it was going to be
Yeah.
Just a continuation.
No, and you do have
Drop
to
in, drop out.
you have to work together in a smart way to. And it's cool because like you can see how each of your play styles.
Smart way just being you both do your own thing and somehow it just works.
Hey, you shake your head, but I got us to the end, didn't I?
Let me tell you what. Our average time per turn couldn't be 5 minutes more.
What do you mean?
Like the amount of time or the amount of thought you put into a turn.
I feel like
Your time doing that. Yeah, you're like that.
Yeah.
I'm very. Let me plot out move
Calculating.
2,
Got it,
3,
got it.
4 as I go,
I'm just smarter.
and then
that's all.
yeah.
When I play chess, I'm like, yeah. These are the 7 moves that can happen. I'm gonna take this now.
Like before.
Joe, that's
go.
a checker piece.
Before you even look at the other side of the map in the cup video, you just move. You just
don't have
use your
to.
movement. And
You
you're like,
don't
wait, what are you doing?
you don't have to look at the other side of the map. You worry about it when it comes to you.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That's how you get fucked in XCOM.
No, you need to be prepared. If you walk into the
Yeah,
battle
prepare by plotting out move 2, 3, 4.
prepared by knowing that you're good, you got this. No matter what comes at you, you believe in yourself enough to to withstand whatever's.
Or you just avoid it.
Heart versus mind.
Or just avoid it.
Listeners, what we found out here is that there's more than one way out of the woods.
There,
And you can play to your own style.
Yes. True. Speaking of which, I need to order a.
Call the cops.
No, I got it. You can do that though in a second. I gotta order a Luigi amiibo.
Call the cops. Got it.
Oh yeah, you don't have one. You need Peach too.
I know. I'm gonna take a look here and see.
There's figurines, the rabbit figurines.
Not amiibo.
Yeah, but they're big.
Yeah, they're big as fuck. Careful. Careful. Oh man, that Super Smash one is the one where
He's like planking.
yeah.
Yeah.
Not cheap anymore, but whatever. Yeah, I enjoy that game. I'm happy they made it. I really want them to make something else.
I think this will be a good start for Nintendo trusting other parties to work on their characters. Because that was the other thing. Those character models, were not given to by Nintendo.
Yeah. You can tell.
They
Yeah,
made made them from scratch, but Nintendo was convinced. They're like, "Who gave you these? Because we didn't give you
That's
these."
pretty cool.
So
Yeah.
I think that gave them a little more faith in other people.
Yeah, I think it's a cool thing. I want to see more. I want to see what other developers. I want to see who else they work with and how they work with them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's interesting too. But I can't say enough how happy I am in this game.
Yeah, no,
I'm
it's really good.
really. I'm into this game
It's
right
really, really, really good.
I hope they give Platinum another chance.
What did Platinum do for them?
Star Fox.
now.
Oh, right. I mean, we could all go buy Star Fox Zero.
It's true. If you don't own 64, you can get that
I do
one.
really want to. I did want to play it a lot, just to see. Maybe I'll do that this month. No, I got other shit to do. Never mind. Don't. Did you play anything else?
No, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, cool.
Been battling out in the kingdoms
Yes.
with the rabbits.
Yes. I had a real strong debate with myself Friday night, Saturday night, all the nights about what I was going to play, and I ended up just not playing anything because I couldn't make up my fucking mind, but I was like really
Damn,
close.
Don't you hate that?
Yeah.
Excuse me. That sucks.
I almost ended up playing Patapon again.
I was
'Cause,
convinced you.
yeah, Matt and I recorded a video of Patapon Remastered that goes up today. Or if you're listening, this should be up soon or now or whenever. But yeah, playing Patapon, I was like, all right, I need this again. That game's.
I keep thinking of the Digimon. Patamon.
You never did a Patapon, did you?
Nope.
Yes.
Like, who is it? Isn't that the same people who did,
Loco Roco? Because
yeah,
no, they're just all in the same thing. No, Patapon was done by Studio Japan and Pyramid. But I don't know what else they were really up to.
Yeah, while Studio Japan was making The Last Guardian, there was other teams making other stuff.
Right.
I think we got all 3 Patapons. No, well, they were all in PSP. Was that
They were
between?
all PSP.
Was that between Last Guardian and
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
all 3?
Yes, yeah.
Another trilogy between the release.
Yeah, no, it was. They also did Ape Escape and
Oh.
Loco Roco, Gravity Rush, etc.
Oh, that's right. You did Gravity Rush.
Yeah, yeah. Yep.
Interesting.
Really good. Patapon's amazing. But yeah, and I ended up not really playing anything. I just played Rabbids, and that's kind of it, I think. Right? We played more Hitman. Hitman's getting good. I really like episode 3. I think it's our best one yet. They get better
Because
and
we
better.
all succeeded.
We have a good strategy.
Spoilers.
It's just we're like, yeah, we just kind of,
We have a good strategy now
Yeah.
for how we're going to approach this series.
yeah, it's good. We're learning more about it, and it's learning more about us. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
Cool. Why don't we take a quick break? When we come back, on the other side, we got Show and Tell, which I'm sure we're going to talk about Nindies and Miiverse and all sorts of stuff. So we'll see you on the other side. Welcome back to episode 213. It's time for Show and Tell, where we find interesting stories around the internet and bring them here to tell you all about them. Before we jump into our individual Show and Tell, I think collectively we were all kind of excited to see the Nintendo Indie Developers Showcase on August 30th. So I figured we'd just kind of recap the games announced, or confirmed, or shown off for the first time, or whatever. See, it's Super Meat Boy Forever from Team Meat, which we kind of knew. They had teased it a bunch on Twitter and whatever.
And sponsored SGDQ.
Right. Well, we knew that the game was coming, but we didn't know it was coming to Switch. But we kind of knew as well. But that one, so this is a sequel to Super Meat Boy. This one is, I don't know if this is an auto run. It makes it seem like it's auto run, but I don't think it is. I think it's a full.
I think the trailer was just showing how fluid
Yeah.
the motion still is, and it's still your typical Super Meat Boy. Because,
Yeah.
I mean, if you ever watch anyone really play that game, like, who's good at it, they don't stop
But
moving.
wasn't there rumors that it was like an auto run?
I think it was originally intended to be one because it was going to be on phones,
Right.
and now it's not doing that. But Shovel
Or maybe
Knight,
it is.
Shovel Knight, King of Cards, early 2018, which is a bummer. But I mean, King of Cards, it's the final adventure in the Shovel Knight Treasure Trove saga, starring King Knight. What I'm most excited about is obviously I want to play the game, but I'm most excited to get this out so we can see what they're doing next. I
Yeah, 'cause
love
They keep
Shovel
talking about
Knight.
how they want to do something new.
Right. And I want to see what that is. I want to see if someone partners with them and lets them take on something, like,
Mhm.
I don't know what that looks like. A Mega Man or a what? Mario? Maybe like a,
I would like to see them do Battletoads.
I just don't care enough about Battletoads anymore,
Well, this would be their way to bring it back and make you care.
I guess. Yeah, you're right. So yeah, Shovel Knight on its way. Travis Strikes Again. No More Heroes from Suda51 and Grasshopper.
I think it's the other way around.
What?
I know like that part's at the top, but I think it's No More Heroes, Travis Strikes Again.
I'm on Nintendo.com, friend.
Don't mean shit.
Well,
I don't know.
but this one is 7 years after the events of No More Heroes, and the Bad is determined to exact his revenge on Travis Touchdown.
The Bad Man.
So this one's cool. 2018 also. Kentucky Route Zero TV edition coming to Switch. SteamWorld Dig 2. We saw that was already announced, but we saw footage for the first time. This one got me. I'm just grinning and shaking my
Yeah.
head. Dragon Marked for Death. From
Yes.
Indie Creates. So you can play alone. You can do 4-player. It's a side-scrolling action RPG from the folks that brought you Blaster Master Zero and Gunvolt and all that fun stuff. So that, yes. And that'll be out this winter.
It's like
which is
Mega
cool.
Man Zero, 4 players.
Yeah.
Same art style and everything.
Yeah, I mean, they made the Zero games too, right? So
Yeah.
they're perfect for that. Battle Chef Brigade. This is an Adult Swim joint. Orcs, elves, and humans have got one thing in common: a need to feed. 1 part combo-based action game, 1 part match 3 puzzler.
I like it.
This one I'm real excited about. Golf Story. It's an RPG where you
Yeah.
play golf. That sold.
I'll play any sport basically if it was similar to that.
Yeah.
Dude, play the new Madden.
I mean,
Uh,
change the style of it first.
They're basically RPGs. I
Yeah,
never
but they
got
just don't
around
look
to.
appealing to me though.
No, I know, but I never got around to writing it. Playing NBA 2K13 or 14. This is years ago. I had a big thing I had outlined and I never wrote it for the site, but it was a big thing about how I'm playing an RPG where my character plays basketball, because that's what that game was. It
driven
was
by Spike Lee.
yeah. I mean, really, I had to min max all of my whatever.
Shit's deep nowadays.
Tony Hawk becomes a rhythm game in Floor Kids, where this just seems like it might be a Tony Hawk style, like how Tony Hawk made me. Tony Hawk games gave me the ability to do on a skateboard what I could never do in reality. This game, Floor Kids, is a rhythm-based action game where you breakdance with control.
Okay, I was trying to see where you were going with this.
I don't know. It's out this holiday. Wolverblade.
Yeah.
This is the one from the Trine people?
No.
No. What is Wolverblade?
It
80s
looks
and 90s.
It looks like a Flash game. That's like a hack and slash, like 2D hack and slash.
Okay.
game.
Yep. Set in war-torn ancient Britain.
Yep.
Polybridge. Is the you get to do some engineering. So if you missed out on summer camp as a kid, you get to build your own bridges. So it looks kind of cool. Little physics-based puzzle game. Earth Atlantis. You're one of the last survivors of humanity, and you have to explore an underwater world in the side-scrolling shooter. Comes out this fall. Next up, Hero. Everybody dies in this online action game, but once one person dies and Echo's left behind, the next hero can then revive them as an AI companion. Choose from 9 heroes and wield various weapons. Early 2018. Mom Hid My Game from Chemco, which this seems like if you gave Marc a lot of money and the knowledge to make a game, I feel like this is what you would make.
I see. I was gonna say this is something you would make.
Yeah, you're probably right. It's fucking dumb. I love it. This one's coming for Switch and 3DS, but yeah, it's like a weird WarioWare game with a China, Illinois art style or something.
Yeah.
Mulaka. This one is an action-adventure game inspired by northern Mexico and the indigenous Tarahumara culture. Comes out 2018 with exclusive features on Nintendo Switch. There's a lot of games.
Can't wait.
Yono and the Celestial Elephants. This one was weird looking. I like this one. You're an elephant, and
There you go.
that you
You do creative things.
you fight bad guys, you spray water, you throw explosives, and
You
as
also-
they say, do normal elephant stuff.
You can shoot fire too.
Yeah. So that comes out October 12th. They actually have a date on that one. Morphe's Law is maybe this is the Marc game.
It's silly looking.
So
but it's that's the point of it.
yeah, Morphe's Law is a shooter coming this winter that when I shoot,
It's like an arena shooter. Yeah.
and if I shoot you in the leg, your leg gets tiny while my leg gets big.
Yeah.
And the idea is that I guess you're slowly knocking someone down and making it harder for them to do whatever,
Yeah,
but you're putting
the s-
yourself at a
at the same time you're building this giant avatar in the background, and the first team to build their avatar completely is the winner.
Right.
But yeah, they all look like they're robots of some kind, but they kind of look like I don't know. I don't know how to describe him. Has like a Day of the Dead look to him.
Yeah, a little bit. Sausage Sports Club. Which, yep. It's up to 8 players. And it's a physics-based sports game.
Just lanky ass animals.
Lanky, weird animals, yeah.
I think if you wiggle the Joy-Con, I think you get to move them. Like,
That's fucking cool. That seems like a fun Friday Night Pizza Party thing.
yeah.
Light Fingers is a turn-based multiplayer game featuring real-time challenges and loot, procedurally generated boards. Players will never play the same game twice.
Yeah, it's like, yeah. When I say boards, it makes you think like set up like a weird like digital board game.
Yeah.
Huh.
The 9 Parchments.
That's the.
This is the trying one.
That was turn-based.
9 Parchments is a beat 'em up, or as they call it, a blast 'em up.
It's basically Magica, but without the Magica charm
Property.
to it.
Yeah.
You combine elements together and all that.
Yeah. But there you have it. A lot of indie games coming, which I was very, very excited about. I think it was a fun little presentation. Seeing all that indie stuff on Switch, where years ago it would have been on Vita, is really exciting for the future of kind of what Nintendo's doing.
Mm-hmm.
As I was looking up that story, I found a big announcement on Nintendo's website where they're doing promotion with Post, but Mario's face is all over cereal boxes and fucking Pop
Getting ready.
Tarts and shit or whatever. And it's just like, we're getting close back to those like late 80s days where Nintendo was king, and it makes me happy.
Odyssey's a month away.
I know. Well, 2. Still 2.
At the end of the month.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, you still count September? Because I just count the month after.
I mean, dude, technically it's out tomorrow, but if we're doing day count, we still got a little bit.
Yeah, it's a little over. Sure.
Yeah.
Let me enjoy freaking Mario Rabbids, man.
Yeah.
No, enjoy the better Mario.
Or is it?
Time will tell. The end of October. Yeah, I'm happy Nintendo's back. For sure. Mark, what do you got?
I guess to kind of ride off that train.
Come on, ride the train.
I'm gonna be diving a little deeper into the No More Heroes.
Yeah, old Tavis Touchstone.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Like, I wrote like a bunch of crap down in here, but it's pretty much just giving like a background on Suda51 himself.
Yeah.
And it's overall my point with this whole thing is kind of just showing like my appreciation for this kind of game and why like it exists.
Yeah.
So I guess I need to I just want to give a little insight on like where he's coming from and how that kind of bleeds into everything. But yeah, if I'm saying his name right, his full name is Goichi Suda. And the reason why he's coming in by his nickname is because it's his name broken up, his first name. So like Go translates to 5 and Ichi translates to 1. So it's Suda51. But yeah, you know,
they do that a lot over there.
It almost sounds like a screen name.
It probably was.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't.
But you know, for those who aren't familiar, you know, he's a game designer, he's a writer and director. You know, he's a founder of Grasshopper Manufacture. Most notably known over here for like the Silver Case, Killer 7, and obviously No More Heroes. Or if you know his lesser known stuff like Lollipop Chainsaw, Killer is Dead,
Cinemora.
Yeah.
Most recently, and one of my favorites, Let It Die.
Yep.
God, I'm playing that. I'm playing that again. We talked about that, right? That we can talk about that at Game of the Year this year because we forgot about it last year.
We didn't
right?
forget about it. We
it was barely even
recorded it.
out. I know.
Like the day it came out, I felt like.
I
think
think
the
it's
day it came out, but it was like that week.
Yeah.
I think it comes up this year. But anyway, yeah.
At around 18, he was hired as a designer at Human Entertainment, and they're mostly known for Fire Pro Wrestling series.
Dumb.
And that was after having a number of jobs, including being an undertaker. Look at that.
The Undertaker, like WWE
He was,
Undertaker.
he was.
An Undertaker.
But after leaving that company, he founded Grasshopper Manufacture.
Well, before that, you know what he did at Human when he was doing the Fire Pro games? The Fire Pro game that he wrote is notably the one where the hero of the game goes to the story mode and at the end commits suicide.
Yeah, he's the scenario writer.
Right. So
Jesus Christ.
he's the guy who wrote that, and it was like Fire Pro Wrestling. Like they were fun wrestling games, but like he was like, well, what if we made it so that you get all the way through, you win the championship, and then you kill yourself? So that was cool. Never made it to America, surprisingly.
Oh, shocker.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Super Famicom only.
No, but Silvercase would eventually hit us, and that was a PS1 game, I believe. And that was basically just a text-based game, solving mystery, playing as two different characters, but it's all about like finding this like serial killer and stuff. Death seems to be a big theme with like most of his games. But he surprisingly doesn't like horror that much. He did work on one. It was called like Michigan something, and he did help with like a Fatal Frame game, but that's not really his thing. Let's see. So yeah, from there, Silvercase was pretty much his first baby. He writer, directed, designed that whole thing.
Yeah.
That helped, get his acknowledgement internationally, and then following with the release of Killer 7, which was part of the Capcom 5 on GameCube. Never really had a chance to play that one, but I want to, though. I've always wanted to. And then No More Heroes came around, when the Wii was finally here, and that was, I believe, published by Ubisoft.
That sounds right.
Yeah. From there... So pretty much, Suda's own work is characterized by a focus of themes of crime and the clash of people with different ideals. While his early works adopted a more serious tone, his later projects incorporated elements of humor. Suda has stated that he enjoys alternating between dark and comedic projects. Aspects of his work has been influenced by film and literature, with one of his favorite authors being Franz Kafka.
Oh, yeah.
And I started to notice that with his games more to get a little more wacky. And now it's kind of a blend, especially Let It Die is the blend of dark and comedic.
Yeah.
And even like their slogan, I didn't know the company had a slogan, but it's "Punk's Not Dead," and that definitely bleeds into everything, is what I've noticed.
Yeah.
Because then back in January 2013, they were acquired by Japanese game publisher Gung Ho Online Entertainment, and they own several studios.
Yeah, Gung Ho's pretty.
They own Gravity, who does Ragnarok Online, Game Arts, which does the Grandia series, and Acquire, appropriately, who does Tenchu. Haven't seen those in a while though.
Yeah, no.
But they don't, but like other companies that own, like they don't make decisions when it comes like what games they should make and all that stuff. They just kind of just stay in the back and just help them out financially. So that's cool. I like that a lot. Because I was under the idea that Suda was kind of not good financially.
Oh, Grasshopper?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because between Let It Die and up to this other No More Heroes with the indie thing, it made it seem like it was a smaller scale, lower budget. He really wants to reach out to other people. It was having me worried.
Right.
But I didn't know about all that.
Yeah,
so it's like, oh, he's fine. He's just... Yeah. I did, so I think it's like a 20-year anniversary for Grasshopper, I think.
Yeah.
But it's a 10-year anniversary for No More Heroes.
Yeah, this year or next?
Something like that. I'm not sure. I think it's this year. I want to say that, but it would make more sense if it was next year, if the game is coming out then.
I mean, that was like right around the release window of Wii, wasn't it?
I believe so.
It wasn't long after, yeah.
And I didn't know a funny thing about those games, No More Heroes. Travis's sword, I think it's called like I forgot the full name of it. I'm not sure.
Buster Sword?
I think it's like a beam saber or something. But anyway, it runs out of power frequently. And to charge it back up, you have to shake the Wiimote.
Shake weight.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. It came out 2007 in Japan, 2008 everywhere else.
Okay.
So I guess we're right around there.
I never played any of those games.
Me neither. And after seeing this trailer and just like following him throughout this year and because of the Switch, I've been more inclined to get invested into a lot of his games, and Let It Die being one of them.
Yeah, I guess I could say I was invested after we didn't know what the fuck he was saying at that press conference.
Yes, we did. That's
Did
good.
we?
Yeah, I had a great time watching that.
That was great.
That was one of the highlights of the year.
Was that following before the giant motherfucker from EA came and was like, oh, we got FIFA. It's gonna be a thing.
I don't know.
We're with EA and we're happy to be working with Nintendo. This is FIFA. It's coming this fall, and we'll see you at E3. That was about the extent of it, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was basically, yeah, you nailed
Are you
it.
talking about that event, that Switch event?
Yeah.
And funny thing is, I was just about to get into that. But yeah, but since then, like with his own company, he's kind of just taking more of like a managerial role.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, but he still likes to dip in here and there with things. And I think this newer No More Heroes, I think he's gonna be more
Hands-on with it.
Yeah. But yeah, that Switch press event, which was also January 13th,
Mm-hmm.
but 2017. That's funny because 2013 was when I think they got acquired. There was a quote that didn't get translated properly during all that.
Yes.
And
Many. in
yeah,
fact.
so just a little excerpt from that was him just saying that, I went to all kinds of gaming events like those. I talked to indie devs all over the world. They were excited for Switch, even the ones in Japan. The dev environment is probably as good as everyone's hoping for. It's really, he says it's really good for, well, I get the feeling Switch can even connect indies and major titles. And so I'm going to try making a game that will be a singularity between indies and the Nintendo Switch. And it'll be centered around Travis. Travis co-starring with an indie star. That was his first pitch with just that picture.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm kind of going into just this game and just seeing all the foreshadowing and just trying to, I guess, speculate of what could happen. So from there, we jumped to E3 this year. He was had a small appearance in the Devolver Digital press.
Mm-hmm.
He was just wearing a Hotline Miami jacket with the game in the background, pretending not knowing what's going on. He doesn't know what Devolver Digital is, just being coy and silly. And he's just, I need to get back to work.
Yeah.
And then the laugh track from that conference followed.
Yeah. So it was like, that led a tease. I was like, oh, what's going to happen?
Yeah, what's he doing with Hotline? Why is he? Yeah.
I mean, he's a really big fan of that game. I'm like, all right, that's cool. I hope something comes out of this. And him being during that press conference, I think that has to say something. And now here we go with PAX.
Yeah.
PAX West, I guess. Is it PAX West? It was their Gamescom.
West.
PAX West. Yeah. Because East was before.
Yeah, East was
And
back
that's
in
West,
March.
So now to give more detail to the game, it's not following the typical assassin versus assassin premise, which the first two were.
Yeah.
Travis is going a new direction, and this is the reason why it's not titled No More Heroes 3.
Uh-huh.
So it's still a continuation, but it's not of that story. So it's like a new saga. So has its own. That's why it's that subtitle. And if you noticed, the console that they were playing on, or that was cursed or whatever, that's called the Death Drive Mark II. If Death Drive sounds familiar, that is the console in Let It Die. But that is the Death Drive 128. So I don't know what that means. That could be just a nice little nod. Or it could share a world.
I hope Let It Die comes to Switch. How about that?
Dude,
oh my God, can you imagine having that? I've said it before, but now I'm like, really letting it. Don't shake your head. Stop shaking your head.
Could
You know
Uncle
how much
Death,
money it would spend getting back to where you were on PS4?
I don't give a shit.
Could Uncle Death make an appearance? We don't.
Seriously, that game is so good. To have it in my hands anywhere in this house would be magic. Come on, you wouldn't play it?
Yeah. But it looks way different.
You wouldn't play Bloodborne, cool as fuck, in your hands? Like a cool Bloodborne?
Yeah, it's called Bloodborne.
No, I know that, but like Bloodborne in like a weird apocalypse Tokyo where you have to fight nightmares and demons and...
I don't know. I should try to give that game the light of day again, because I tried getting into that right after Bloodborne. But there's too much other shit.
Do it now.
There's too much other shit.
Do it now.
You gotta play Shadow War when it comes out.
No. God, just... play it now. Play it now.
What?
Play it now.
I got other shit to play.
I'll play with you.
I have to deal with the heart rate situation that Prey puts me through, and I have to...
I'll save you the heart rate. This has no heart rate.
I got fucking Metroid coming.
This is good. This is...
Got NHL. That's the other 100-hour game I play every year.
I forgot about that one.
Yeah. Even when it's not good, I still put my hours into that game.
Yeah.
But I like that little correlation there. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
So that could
It's
be
a good tie.
And so that's a Phantom game console running on an Unreal prototype engine.
Yeah.
It's just basically a ripoff of the Unreal Engine, but this
Right.
game is running on Unreal Engine. That's the joke.
Yeah.
It's a vector scan retro console that never saw the light of day. And there's 6 games in the form of orbs called Death Balls. Travis has to go into these 6 different worlds, get all 6 games to summon this giant tiger god that will grant him any wish. Dragon Ball as fuck.
Yeah. That's very, yeah.
And with the interview that he had with during that Nindies thing and all that, the translator was saying that he wants to collaborate with Hotline Miami. It didn't say the nation, like the people behind the game, just the game itself. And he lifted up his shirt and showed another shirt underneath, which was a Shovel Knight shirt, and which doesn't mean anything. He just says that he really wants to do something with Shovel Knight. And then he was saying, want to reach out to other any devs with their games if they want to collaborate with him. So, like, more specifically, he's going after like games that are already existing. It seems like.
Yeah, I wonder what that means for what this game's gonna play and feel like.
Yeah, so I don't know if it's all gonna be like retro looking or like sprites or somewhat a blend with like 3D models. Like, I have no idea.
Yeah, it's different. I don't know.
But I like that everything that I like his style. It kind of reminds me of Team Ninja.
Yeah.
It's like, that had a little more rock and roll involved in their stuff. This has like a little more punk, but it's like there's like dark comedic. It's a nice blend, and I really appreciate that. And
yeah.
I feel like it's where he's at now because, when they first started, they were a small company, very few people, and because of the anniversary, he wanted to kind of pay homage to that again by working with a small group with this game.
Yeah.
And that's so what I took originally was like, oh no, there's a financial problem. This is
all intentional. And
yeah. So I like that. He seems very transparent, and if you watch that trailer again, you'll see a lot of him being spoken through the characters and like what he's trying to convey.
Yeah.
So I like that. It's poetic.
I want to play more of his games. A lot of them. City More is supposed to come out as well.
This year?
Yeah, I don't know. That was at the Switch reveal.
And the Silver Case got re-released on PS4 this year.
Yeah.
And making a sequel.
Yeah, he's a good one. You should play Let It Die. You should definitely play Let It Die. Matt?
Let It Live.
You should play Let It Die. What you got?
I'll get there, man. Like,
all right.
Yeah, I mean, like, come on, man. You want me to play Nier? Now you want me to play Let It Die? Like, there's not enough time. There's not enough time.
Stop playing Rabbids. Stop playing Prey.
Why would I stop playing Rabbids?
So you can play Nier.
Maybe I don't need to play it. Because I played a game of Nier already.
Cops.
Boom.
Your phone just broke.
Don't give a shit.
What do you got this week?
Hold on. Let me get my
Fucker.
Let me fix my phone.
This fucking game, dude. Mario Rabbids. It's just so dumb and stupid, but in the best ways possible. And I love the fact that this game was made.
Yeah.
So IGN did a interview with David. Oh, what's the last name?
That guy who cried at E3.
Yeah. Soliani.
There you go.
Gonna assume that's how you say it.
Yeah, he's Italian.
Sure. I'm Italian. Somewhat.
It's a me.
Soliani.
Not Mario. No, he did an interview with IGN, and I really like this game is just so stupid and weird. Like, Mario has a gun.
Yeah.
Mario's essentially Mega Man.
Yeah. It's a Mega Buster.
And part of the interview with IGN, he talked about pitching to Miyamoto Mario having a gun. And it's just so dumb. And he was talking about Miyamoto challenged him to make a Mario game without jumping. And you kind of sort of have the jump mechanic.
Well, you're not jumping.
But, like, kind of sort of in the loosest sense ever. He was talking about how Miyamoto challenged him to do that, and he essentially, came up with the idea for how we got there. And from there, he talked about how he was pitching it. And really, I think the biggest takeaway from this was how he talked about how Nintendo is very open-minded when it comes to this stuff. And, like, he said that Nintendo actually didn't really feel offended or anything. They weren't puzzled by it. As long as you come to the table with a purpose and a cause for the way you design and make a game.
Yeah.
Like, they were actually really cool with Mario being the way he was,
Wait, yeah.
and, like, Luigi having a vacuum gun. Or
Well, yeah, they were just like,
for all intents and
as long as the
purposes.
weapons don't look like, they're not realistic looking.
Yeah, and then, like, you know, it's,
Like, I think you're
and it
fine.
makes sense in the game. You're not just giving Mario, like, a Mega Man gun just to give Mario a Mega Man
Just
gun.
because it'd be cool.
Yeah.
if
Good
Mario
example,
had Mega Man.
Smash Brothers Brawl. Snake wasn't allowed to have guns. That's why he had all explosives.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That makes sense.
Mhm.
He was heavy in that game. I didn't like him. Anyway.
They also have a super scope and a zapper. Come on.
Yeah.
But no, I think, I mean, it's cool that this game was made. Obviously, Miyamoto approved everything, and Nintendo did. But like, this is back to what you were saying before. Like, where did they go next? And if Nintendo really is this easy to talk to, as long as you have a purpose and stuff, where the fuck are we gonna go next?
Sega's gonna start making consoles, and Nintendo's gonna become a third party.
I have a feeling we're gonna make Mario and Sonic come together in a game, and they're gonna be at the Olympics. I don't know.
Oh my god, that's a really.
That sounds like a great idea.
Sounds like a great idea.
And have
for
Mario
last,
run the same speed as Sonic.
It's like a good idea for last month.
Yeah. Almost though. One day it'll come to fruition.
I mean, the more I play this, the more I'm like, I want another Super Mario RPG. And I don't know if it's because we're like grid based and it's got that weird isometric.
Grid based.
I know, but whatever it is, like maybe that was intentional, maybe it wasn't.
I think it's the world that you're in. I think it's the way it's designed.
Yeah, something about it though. It's like I kind of want them to do.
I want I don't think I want. This is just how much I'm enjoying this game right now. I don't think I want them to leave this genre just yet. I think I want this team to make a sequel, but like start doing some weird Kingdom Hearts shit where you like bring in the entire Nintendo universe.
Wario.
And you make like a Wario world, and you make like a Metroid world, and you make like a Splatoon. Like you do some weird shit with this.
Damn, that'd be cool.
Yeah, like just start throwing all the Nintendo properties into a
That'd
sequel.
be really
Like
cool.
with Rabbids, just.
Well, think about it. This game starts because.
Or do you mean Mario with other?
No, but this game,
Anything. It's just this start. I mean, I could do it with the Rabbids. Like,
no,
that's
but
fine.
this game started
Like
because the Rabbids picked up the goggles and they looked at a Mario poster. So what if they just looked at a
Metroid.
shelf of Amiibo and then
What if they had Nintendo Power?
Well, you lost me.
right they're flipping through a Nintendo Power issue that has the
better.
greatest of whatever blah blah blah, and then
They're
all
like,
of a
what's
sudden
Rayman?
right,
And
it
no,
goes
we're back in
through-
our own world.
goes through all of this. They could totally do that.
Like, keep it the Rabbids or whatever, and Mario can tag along. I mean, I think the one thing I wish you could change in this game was Mario has to be the party leader all the time, and there are times where I wish I could
Go
not
full Rabbid.
Yeah, or just go somewhere else with it. But like, maybe have the main character of that franchise be the party leader through that world, and then you can tag in Mario or other people. But like for that
It
world,
should just be like Final Fantasy, where just whoever you put up front is just walking
The party
around.
leader, yeah. I think it's also cool if you had if they just did what literally do Samus, do an Inkling, and give them all like different buffs and different just the same way that Luigi's a sniper
Zelda.
and right do
do it all.
Throw everybody
Roy.
in.
It would probably be just like a Smash Brothers game, but not. It would be like a spin-off Smash Brothers game.
But I think that's the future of Nintendo that I keep imagining where
Everything's just all-star.
yeah, like I
that.
really think
Mario
that's
Kart's getting there. That's like, after Smash, I would say. Actually, I think they're kind of even.
yeah.
Like
You-
the star power in those games and like how they
All that,
influence the market and stuff like that.
all that glitters is gold.
Oof. On the shooting stars.
Where are we gonna go next? And how open minded is Nintendo nowadays?
Seems like pretty
That's the crazy part,
yeah.
dude. Wrestling's coming to the Switch. It's back.
I know.
John Cena can't see me.
It's happening.
I'm literally waving my Switch in front of my face as I do it.
I hate you. Hate you a lot.
That's a cool mod.
Can't see me. Oh my god, what if it's like a thing you can do a motion with the whole screen or with the
The
Joy-Con?
whole screen.
Maybe.
That's
So
what's cool as shit, Joe.
God. I have a very important announcement.
Can't see me.
or I have a letter to read here.
Wait, where'd Matt go?
Stop it.
Dude, this is spooky.
So, hi everyone. It's Tom at Nintendo. I have an important announcement. On November 7th, 10 p.m. Pacific Time, we will permanently close the Miiverse service. We thank you very much for your amazing support. It has been a great privilege for me to serve as your Miiverse guide and to see people who enjoy similar gaming experiences connect with empathy. Here's the sad part. After the service ends, you will no longer be able to access Miiverse from the Wii U console, Nintendo 3DS family of systems, or from an internet browser on PCs or smart devices. All Miiverse services will become unavailable, such as viewing or making posts and messaging with friends. However, for a limited time, you will be able to make a request to download all the posts you've made up to the day of the closure. For Wii U and 3DS games that support in-game Miiverse functionality, these features and services will no longer be available. Miiverse posts will no longer appear in the Wara Wara Plaza on Wii U. And that's kind of, they go on about how to download your post history, but done.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Shovel the shit out with the Wii U.
It's
Get rid of
sad.
it all.
It's sad.
Burn it.
But it's also 3DS.
Right. And the thing is, I think that means that they kind of they're going to phase that thing out faster than we think.
Like, there's a lot of games that are affected with the
Yeah.
Miiverse, and now, like, games aren't going to be able to be played the same because of it. Like,
But I think that's their messaging is going to be to push
Like,
the Switch. But
you're really going to have to be... It's going to be more annoying now if you're playing Wind Waker HD and you want to get all the photos. You can't send a bottle anymore
yeah,
to get the other photos because there's parts of the game that you just miss. You have to replay the game to get.
yeah. So there's
But most importantly, Smash Brothers, best stage in the game,
I
fucking
know.
gone.
I know that was the one that had all the good racism and
Miiverse was so
And
good. That was
boobs
my
and-
favorite stage.
no.
That's
So
alright. When they re-release it on Switch, they'll do the same thing that
No,
they
they
did
won't.
for Splatoon.
Oh,
Yeah.
just like trying to add your
Yeah,
little thing
then
there.
you just hack it and put some real fucked up shit in there.
Yeah.
And we'll be fine. Don't worry, guys.
I hope so. I hope
my big thing with Miiverse is, and we've talked about it on this show before, is I love the community behind it. I know that like there's a big population of it that was just kids and it was stupid and it was whatever, but I can't tell you how many times I was playing something and I would just open Miiverse and find the answer to what I was playing. Or I could make a post of like whatever and not get a sarcastic string of comments
Yeah.
of like, fuck you, dumbass, you duh.
Or people just want to share art.
That too. But like I've never seen like anyone who asks like, hey, how do I blah blah blah? People would respond. Even the infamous why can't Metroid crawl? Got the first response is a legitimate response that said, hey, the character's name is Samus and she doesn't crawl, she uses the roll ball. Press down to do, like it just the roll ball, the morph ball. Any other community would have been like, hey, fuck you, what are you, blind and drunk? Like just, yeah. That's
I would have said it.
right. And that was not the case with Miiverse. It's
Yeah, because there was only 100 people using it because the Wii U didn't push any units. And when you only have 100 hardcore fans, that's how you get a good community. When you actually start selling things, like the Switch, you're going to start getting all the toxic people because everyone wants what everyone has.
I think the better question is, this might be dead, but what's it going to recycle into?
Nothing.
That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that they take the lessons from Miiverse and they create something new.
Right, because because it makes it sound like they're just trying to kill off Mii's in general, and I don't think that's going anywhere.
A Facebook group.
Well, here I'm going to read a couple comments if that's okay. First comment.
Are these Miiverse comments?
Is our body ready?
Wait, is this the first comment? No, it's not. But shit. It said, where'd he go? I might have lost it.
Was it like funny? Or?
It's just all caps. No. Don't you dare do this to me, Nintendo. First response. Wow, okay. Bonba al rever Miiverse. Star Sam YT says, I must be the first to get this news. LOL.
But he was third.
Yeah.
Dumbass. Respond to that real fast and call his shit out. Say he was the third and he's a dumbass.
Here we go. We're getting to some good ones. My eyes are watering a little. Rest in spaghetti, my sweet Rossetti. Never forget I'm your polka guy of awesomeness. This place will never be forgotten.
Rest in spaghetti, Mr. Rossetti.
Here's a good comment, deleted by administrator.
That's probably mine.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Guys, it's going to be all right. Let's move this all to a Facebook group or Nintendo Online.
Sorry, I'm still laughing at it.
Whatever the hell they're going to call the Nintendo service, the Nintendo account, eShop account, whatever the fuck, because it's confusing as all hell now.
They did do that.
And, you know, it's going to work just as well as voice recognition or a voice chat.
Shut up.
So we have a lot to look forward to.
No, Club Nintendo shut down, and then it got replaced with My Nintendo. So
Yeah.
they will have something in the wake of this.
Can we party up yet in Splatoon? Yeah,
All
okay.
caps. What the heck? Why? Miiverse is such a good place to communicate with people. What will happen to 20 to 24 hours of drawings?
Put them in Splatoon. It's easy. Guys, I have an answer for all these questions.
I don't know what this says, but it's in German. There's a lot of exclamation points, so I'm assuming it's very
Some
angry.
Oktoberfest and beer and lager.
I can't believe it, and I made a lot of friends. They are like my family. I'm going to miss them so much.
I mean, you'll still be friends with them.
Yeah, you probably have their Facebook page, Twitter,
Someone
Insta,
drew
Friend codes.
friend codes, unfortunately, Snapchat.
Someone drew an inkling wearing Luigi's hat, and then it just says the word cry next to it. This one comes in hot from Justin. Some of the world's greatest pals I've met in Miiverse. Those were Fire, Sara, Megan, Amy, Master Sword, Toby, Taekwon, Eguji, Kat, Darkra, Arcanine, Platinum. The list goes on. My motivations lie deep within the bonds that I've shared with them. These memories will be my strength to keep moving forward.
Guys, just make a Reddit. r/Miiverse.
Yeah.
It's not that hard. You can keep speaking with Platinum and Master Sword and Megan and Clay and
Just call it Rest in Miiverse.
Yeah, this is good.
You'll find Cop 420 at Miiverse.
Mm-hmm.
You still have the spaghetti comment?
Yes. if you try to picture it in your head like Mr. Roboto.
How about
Mr. Spaghetti, Mr. Rossetti.
wow, 25 minutes and only 45 comments. My posts get filled faster than the verified users of Nintendo. Miiverse administration was the worst. I will rise, Nintendo. Fear me, even if I'm some giving meme page. People will see the light on how little you care about your customers. You even took my brother's account over a Nintendo Network ID with $400. And by the way, I'm real meme senpai. Just a backup.
That kid's an 8-year-old who watches all the Illuminati shit on YouTube.
So good.
Fucking asshole.
Don't forget to hear my posts and support Miiverse. Oh, here's another hot comment from Justin. I started Miiverse when I was around the age of 17 or 18 on the 3DS. Made riddles about Pokemon, then ventured towards the lines of skits. Some of them being Avabel's Journey, Poke High School, Lucario's Dojo, Poke News, starring Vicky Moralvia, etc. These, as well as others, took away chunks of my hours. I was never bored knowing that someone would actually like to read them as well as participate.
Did they?
You want to see one of these drawings that someone made?
I can't
Right
see.
there
I
at
took
the
off my
top.
glasses and
This is no.
It says N-O-O.
I'm getting, know what? Now the more I think about it, I'm getting Tumblr vibes from Miiverse. They're kind of the same, except you can't repost images, I think.
Yep.
guys, we will survive. Trust me.
No,
Guess who hasn't used Miiverse at all? Is alive and well.
No,
this guy.
Miiverse will definitely reincarnate into something.
No,
else.
to be fair, I'm sad about it, but I've
Hopefully voice
looked at
chat.
it at all. Yeah. The bad Miiverse posts are always the good ones, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys follow that Twitter account?
I do.
Yeah.
I don't need to anymore.
You probably you'll. It's a good thing to pass some time with. You can go back in time, track one down.
It's even good. The video ones are good too when they try to read it.
So I don't know. I think it's sad. I don't know. We'll see what comes in its wake.
Voice chat.
That's
Kind of, I guess, a question about Nintendo. Yo, where's my Animal Crossing?
Yeah, for real.
It's September.
I don't.
What is going on? It was promised this year, right? Wasn't it?
What? It ain't problem shit.
Yeah. No, it's supposed to come out this year.
What, the phone?
It was supposed to be before.
Either the
Animal Crossing.
phone
Yeah.
or the Switch?
Either.
Phone.
The phone.
The
but,
mobile game.
Oh,
But that was
phone.
supposed to be before Fire Emblem, I think, right?
I thought it was just this.
It
year.
was.
And then it got switched to Fire Emblem.
You got
Yeah.
time.
Um,
Mario was like,
Yeah, it'll be
a
released
month
like
out.
December 31st.
I'm gonna go ahead and read a.
Remember, Apple's event's on the 12th. Just keep that in mind.
I was gonna start with here's a good bang.
It's not
going to
start there, but like you
I'm
you
gonna
got
read-
some time.
I'm gonna read you a bad Miiverse post. Cigarettes are like hamsters. They are fine until you put it in your mouth and light it on fire. True.
Oh, well.
Uh,
Just stop. Just don't even read the next one. I'm
Preston
done.
Spaghetti.
Come on,
The
one more.
starting a dumpster
Mr.
fire.
Two more,
That is
two
the
more.
Wii U.
2 more. You ready?
2 more. You went from 1 to 2.
Yeah,
Your,
'cause
your arguing's real good.
Pokemon Sun and Moon makes me wish I had a girlfriend.
That's bad. Is that Justin again?
It may have been. And
Poor kid.
I think this will be the final one. Sonic 06 did nothing wrong.
Oh.
Yeah.
He spelled.
Bold statement.
He typoed. He meant to hit 69 instead of 06.
Right. Miiverse is dead. So is this podcast. It's all over from here. Not dead. Podcast well and all
We're
that.
going to November.
Well, no, we'll be back next week.
All right.
I'm pretty sure. Are you back next week? Do you have any weird things next week?
I think.
All right.
I don't know. I'm pretty bad at planning.
No, I feel like when you were before the Boston, you were like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna be gone this week, and then another week."
I
and
think it
like a
was this
thing."
week.
I know, but I feel like there were more.
We'll figure it out. I think I'm free next week.
Great, sounds good.
I'll be here.
Cool.
No more Fenway Park for me.
Fenway Park. Cool. Well, that's going to do it for episode 213. We just launched our new cover story. You're still laughing about Rest in Spaghetti. Yeah, this month our cover story is canceled. So it's all about taking a look at the things that we probably...
Literally rest in spaghetti. All right. Sorry, go.
Canceled's all about looking at what we weren't meant to see in a way. So we're looking at canceled games and what's come out of them, and I don't know, the games that have maybe that did come out based on something that didn't come out, or whatever. Anything that, wasn't meant to see the light of day and how it did. So I think that'll be a fun cover story to explore. I think it's fitting considering at the end of the month we'll have Star Fox 2. I mean, the world will. We might not have it because who the fuck knows how we're going to get one of those things. But, yeah. So that's it. You can follow us on Twitter. The Free Cheese is at Some Free Cheese. Marc is at @aug_mental. Matt is at MattyIce131. I'm at The Free Cheese. Go to thefreecheese.com. Check out our cover story and all of our videos. We've got Patapon video going up soon. We got Hitman stuff going up every week now. Marc and I are almost done Sonic Generations.
Yep.
We're getting real close, which is good. There's a lot of cool stuff going on, so go check it out. With that, we will see you next time. Thank you, Marc. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, listener, for hanging out. See you in another week.